Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Dahlia and today we are on a brand new island that I did in fact restart without telling you guys. This is Nevermore, my brand new winter dark academia island. This is a theme I've wanted to do for a very long time, so I hope that you guys are excited for it as I am. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, we're doing my entrance build, of course, so let me show you guys my map and we'll get started with today's video. Please don't be mad at me for resetting without telling you.
I'm sorry. Okay, I don't forgive you.
Anyway, this is Nevermore. Mira and Rold were my starter villagers, and these are some of the villagers I currently have on the island. And yeah, today we're starting here. We're going to do this big area. Now, I don't actually decorate in the fog, but I think my dream address might be set to the fog time. I don't know. These are some of the custom designs I have downloaded so far. I think I might be using that road code. I'm still not 100% sure because I don't know. Today's build turned out different than I originally anticipated. So we are doing like an entrance with like a little walkway that's gonna lead to a gate, and then you walk through the gate and there's gonna be a really big building. So the theme for the island, like I said, is going to be dark academia. So think of like, I'm thinking dark academia, like almost gothic kind of. And I thought it'd be fun to experiment by doing this in the winter time, so get very chilly and cold, which is why I want to incorporate the fog element. I'll post some pictures here to kind of give you guys the vibe of like what I want this island to kind of look like. I'm still kind of up in the air debating whether or not I want this to be a more modern day take on dark academia, or if I want this to be like 18th century old university dark academia, because a part of me when I was like researching pictures was like, oh, it'd be so cool to do kind of like 1800s university level kind of gothic dark academia. But then I'm like, okay, no, maybe if I do that, it limits some of the items I can use, like a lot of the modern day kind of furniture. So for right now, I did incorporate more modern day furniture that includes like electricity, like street lamps and stuff like that. So a part of me is still kind of up in the air about it. Maybe it'll be more like turn of the century kind of, I don't know, but yeah, dark academia. So think cobblestone, gray, black, a lot of black furniture. I'll be using the castle items as you guys will see me use today, and I've decided I'm going to be using the black kind of stone colorway for the medieval building sides and the castle items. A part of me was debating the red, but I think my color scheme for this island is going to be primarily black, gray, and green.
You're green.
I am. I thought it could be fun to incorporate some red because the red could look really good and kind of like a little Christmassy, even though this isn't a Christmas island. But today I primarily do black and some green elements as well. I also still am on the hunt for some different custom design codes because I like the ones I used today for sure, but I want something a little bit more gray black as opposed to this like beigey gray that I have. I'm sticking with the ones I do use today, but I would like to be able to incorporate some more gray, kind of like a slate gray color. You know, it's still in the early phases. We're still kind of experimenting with the entrance. But I'm really, really pleased with how the entrance came together. This did take me a couple days to put together because I was like, I don't know what I want this to look like. I should have had a video up days ago, and I was supposed to start streaming again last week, and then just I got really busy, so I couldn't. So trying to do a brand new island while simultaneously trying to work on another island just became a little too much. So you're probably like, Dahlia, so you're like, are you not gonna stream? I am eventually.
Why are you lying?
It's gonna come back. I'm gonna start streaming again.
You calling me a liar? I ain't calling you a truther.
I just have to decide what we're gonna be streaming and when. I will post an update probably by this weekend, so look forward to that. Anyways, like I said, we're gonna be doing this little walkway entrance. I did this kind of interesting looking pathing with the cobblestone. I think it looks pretty cool. Kind of gives this like fun kind of architectural look to it, as opposed to just doing like a straight line with the cobblestones. I really like this code because it could be used alternative ways. Like you could use the cobblestone as like the perimeter, and then the gray tile as like the main walkway part, but I did it the other way this time. I wanted this entire area to be very enclosed, so you have to walk through the gate to be able to access the rest of the island. So I placed cedar trees, and then I'm adding this fence that the name is escaping me. I don't think I've ever used this fence on an island before, but this is so perfect for like the, you know, gothic kind of look to it, which I really like. And as you can see, I'm using like the black street lamps, and I added the little street lamp code to the street lamps because I think it gives it like a little extra thing to it. I don't know if that makes sense, and I think it was really cute. And then just to keep it simple on the both sides, I'm just doing some garden benches. I was gonna put some iron garden tables and chairs, but I decided that will be for the second portion of this build, which you guys will see me place in a couple seconds. But yeah, I'm keeping this little entrance really simple, but still like trying to fill it up as much as I can. Once again, this is going to be fun to experiment with decorating because obviously this is a city architectural type of island, so it's definitely going to be fun to experiment with some, you know, decorating and placing furniture because I love doing city core. I've done a few city core islands now, but you can't deny that decorating them is definitely more of a struggle because there's more like restrictions on what you can put down versus doing more natural islands or more like cottagecore, for example. So I'm finished by placing some shrubs, and now I'm placing a little bit more of this brick code. And what I'm going to be doing on either side of this is just do the medieval building sides and make it look like two fake buildings kind of going along the sides. This was literally just to fill in the space a little bit more so that when you see the entrance, you can't see anything on either side. So what am I putting beside these buildings right now? I have no idea. That is for a future build, but for today we just wanted it to look very, you know, enclosed. And this is where the whole idea with like the more like 18th century university vibe came to me, because I'm using castle items. I even end up using the castle tower. Like, look how enclosed this is. It's so perfect. Because I even use like the castle tower. It gives me the idea of like you're going to school at like a university that is in a castle, which to me kind of screams like old-timey gothic kind of vibes. So still, once again, experimenting with the items, experimenting with my choices. Even if I go the more old-timey vibes, we're still going to be probably using items that require electricity, okay? Don't judge me, it's just the way that we're gonna have to make it work. Now, this particular area is going to be a giant fake building. This was actually inspired by two people. Kaylee Games, who was inspired to do hers by Nina Tries. So this was actually inspired by two different people. I will list Kaylee's video down below that I got the inspo for this particular build from. She did like a university on a autumn core island, and I loved how the building turned out. So I did my own version of it, a little bit different, a little bit of my own take on it. But as this is obviously going to be like a university campus inspired kind of island, I'm going to have buildings that look like this. So, and then we had to of course use the nuptial bell, because like I've done this before on other islands where you do the nuptial bell to look like a bell tower, but look how good that looks with like that dark wood and then like the black and brown stone. Like this gives me such like Gothic vibes, which I really didn't anticipate this being. Obviously dark academia and Gothic are two completely different things, but they share similar color schemes.
It's not your fault. They're identical. Look at them.
So when it comes down to it, like, they're similar in their own ways, but a little bit different too. If you're curious about any of the custom designs, by the way, I'm using on this island, I'll have them linked below for the ones that I'm currently using in this build, because they will be ever changing and growing. Like, as I do this voiceover, I'm still debating whether or not to use the road code I showed you guys in the previous clips, because I think personally that it doesn't quite work with the aesthetic that I've already started to establish with this island. So I would like to create a road code or find one that works for this, but it's probably going to be not the one I currently have downloaded, which is obviously the Colin Crossing one that everyone knows about, that you've seen many people use on winter islands. I've used it on a previous winter island as well, so I love it. It takes up like 30 custom design codes, but it's amazing. But we might have to find something a little bit different. So yeah, I enclosed the space right to the left of this area because I want you to have to walk to the right after leaving the entrance. That is where my plaza is, and then I will be figuring out what to do from there. But yeah, I made this giant building, and now I'm using the Iron Garden chairs. Thank God these come in a black variation. There's not a lot of black furniture. Like there is, but like not the kind of furniture I want to use for this particular island, but this particular furniture fits the aesthetic so well that yeah, I'm using it. So we did a couple of tables and chairs. I ended up putting 3 on both tables of the chairs. I just have to add another one to the first one that I put together. And then I did some scrapbooks for one, and then the cup with saucer right there with a little roost logo. I will also be upgrading my museum because the museum to me feels very aesthetically matching of this island. I'll probably do like a little area to make it look like maybe like a library or something, or just like a giant university building. I probably will be covering it in a way with like some black furniture, but we shall see, we shall see.
Just as I thought, you are ashamed of me. I'm not ashamed of you. I'm proud of you. Open up. I just don't want anybody to see.
But yeah, I'm essentially finished the build. I'm doing some finishing touches and adding a few items here or there. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, make sure to like the video. Comment down below you like this new theme if you're excited to see more videos from me. I will have another video going up this week in a couple days for my other autumnal island, so feel free to subscribe if you don't want to miss that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the final walkthrough, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!